Welcome to Powered by Authenticity. I'm so happy to have you here today. A little bit different of a format for this week's session. We're starting each month with just setting the stage for the episodes that will be upcoming. And today's theme is networking in November. And Ken, welcome. Happy to have you.
Hello, hello.
Let's start right off the bat. I think networking means something different to everybody. Ken, what's your idea about networking? What do you think it means?
Well, when I think about networking, I think about the connections that you make, whether it be from your past careers, your current career, school, all the different aspects in which you're connecting with other people.
Yeah, I agree. I think that has so much to do. I think a short and sweet response for me, and way to think about it, is interacting with others, whether it's personally, professionally. There's so many different avenues and sources to go and just talk and spend time with others. So here I want to kind of talk about why it's important, both personally and professionally. Just a few tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. A short little story about networking and what it's meant to me professionally, including a most recent event and being able to garner a contract. And then let's issue a challenge. Let's find one way this month to go out and network and step outside of our comfort zone. So outside of just thinking about what is network, and again, those short and sweet ways to think about it are just interacting with others. Why is it important? In business, it's very important to get out there and find people who are like-minded in what your business is and what you're trying to achieve. Expanding your resources. So there are many different groups and from a networking perspective that allow you to extend your resources, both from a personnel perspective, but also just from templates and knowledge gain. I look at women in tech for myself. That's been a spot where I can go and get ideas from other women about ways to go about the way that I do my day-to-day work. It allows you time to go find coaching and mentorship opportunities. And this one's a big one. So not only for you to be coached and mentored, but for you to be able to coach and mentor others. So even a monthly roundtable discussion with a local group could allow you opportunities to find younger women or younger team members who just want to learn and get 5 minutes with you to absorb the knowledge that you've gained in your career. So really going out and not only having the opportunity to be coached and mentored, but find those that you can also help in your community and in your professional circle. Increasing your visibility. If you want to grow your business, you've got to make yourself known. And there is no better way than to be sitting with a peer group within a social event or networking event to be able to show your knowledge, to let people know what it is you do. That will really help to show and grow your opportunity for your business and shine a light on and who you are in the marketplace. And more, because the market's being saturated with many different areas, whether it's tech, whether it's restaurants and breweries, there's so many people out there competing for the same business that you need to really be able to set yourself aside. And a lot of that can be seen within networking organizations and allow you to grow and be seen. Building relationships. It's the only way you're going to grow and expand are to build those relationships. And as producer Ken stated, whether that starts in high school or even elementary school, building those relationships and taking them with you no matter where you go is really important. So really from a business and professional perspective, find an organization that supports your growth, that supports the same vertical that you're in. So whether it's healthcare, whether it's technology, I look at the ladies at South River Brewing that we interviewed. They got their positions because of people that they know in their professional areas of expertise. So no matter what career path you're going, really finding those opportunities to go in and participate in events and just talk and be yourself. Personally, there is no better way to go and gain knowledge. Ken and I, we like to do our 5Ks. Ken more marathons than mom, but that's all right. Uh, there's great running groups, and personally, that is a network opportunity. You're out there learning from people who have run marathons at high speeds. I know Brian Malang, who is also a guest on the podcast, he just ran a 4-minute mile. So being able to talk to him about how he was able to achieve that is a great networking opportunity. Access to resources, again, just like you can do this in your professional life, you can also in your personal life go out there, find resources and people who are achieving and have those same goals as you do personally. It's going to really help you grow in that area. Again, I always go to running because it's just something that we do, and there are so many great groups that you can get together and talk about how people have hit their best PRs and really have grown as a runner through talking and networking within that space. And finally, sharing ideas and getting feedback. And I think personally, this is so important. If you're thinking about something you'd like to do with your spare time and something from a personal perspective, there is no better option than to go find people who are doing it. And again, whether that's cooking, whether that's brewing, whether that's running, all of those areas have networking groups that are out there, and they're great forums to go and learn and to grow and to be able to get provided some great information. When I also think about what's important in networking, the first and foremost, I think it's important to be yourself. If you're not authentic to the people around you, you're not going to get the most out of the networking opportunity. So in business, if it's that you just need to grow and understand something, tell people, ask people. There is no harm in asking for help. That is why you go to networking groups. They're there to help you and to grow your knowledge. Find like-minded people. And why is this important? Because you want to be interacting with individuals and organizations that have the same morals, the same like-minded ways of thinking about work, and really help to support that. Now, I will also say it's important to find people who will challenge you. So while they're like-minded, look for people who will challenge what you're saying. If you keep getting yesed, then you're not growing. So don't be afraid to go to somebody who may also have a differing of opinion and ask for support, ask for what they think, and have that challenging, transparent conversation. Go outside your comfort zone. And I think professionally, this is so very important. You grow when you are in an uncomfortable situation and when you have to ask for help. And it's okay to be in that position where you're asking someone, what would you do? Or could you help me? And most times, the person that you're asking to help is going to get more out of the interaction than you do. And people just want to help one another. And professionally, truly, people are there for you. So I kind of want to transition to something that's happened recently. For me, I always grow strong relationships. The people that I've worked with for 30 years, I'm still friends with. I still reach out to them, still brainstorm. And in July, when I was losing my current contract, I put just a random Facebook post about how I was on the phone with unemployment. And that sparked the reach out from someone who I'd worked with 20 years ago, but she'd remained in my network. We're Facebook friends, we're connected on LinkedIn. And she had seen this random post and she reached out. And within a week, I actually had an additional contract. Had I not just asked for help, had I not just put that message out into social platforms and been transparent about my situation, I probably would still be looking for work. So that network that I was able to tap into very quickly helped to support me in getting my next position. And I'm really grateful. And that's a shining example of why you should keep talking. Tell people what you're going through. Be transparent. Go to the networking events, ask for help, ask for growth opportunities, ask for a free reach opportunity where you can grow beyond your potential, and someone will take notice. They'll remember you. And when you make a random Facebook post about how you're on hold with unemployment for a good 2 hours, you might just get a contract and grow your own business. And so this November, I'm really excited that we have a full lineup of guests. Ken, I think we have almost every like week in November is packed full of podcast sessions.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's exciting. And every single one of those are from networking opportunities. So I have a person actually who I interviewed once for a job. She introduced me to somebody else. And so next thing I know, I'm in a circle with some amazing, powering, wonderful women who are going to come on and talk to us about their power of network and how they use their reach to grow themselves and their businesses. And then and I'm really excited about this. I have a high school friend who's coming on, a leading attorney in Florida, one of the first females in her firm. And it is just so exciting to know that relationship that I built back I'm not going to give the year because that gives my age, but a long time ago, is still powerful from my connections perspective. And I'm just looking forward to all of the discussions, providing information to everybody about the opportunities that networking brings to both your personal and your professional growth. So I really want to challenge everyone. Think of something in your own life. Think of a way that you can challenge yourself in November to reach out into your network. How can you start to expand your reach now so that in 2024, you can have a brand new start with new contacts, new opportunities, new ways to pivot yourself both professionally and personally. And I know for me, I've got some interesting things coming up, including just maybe a book. Hopefully. A book, yes, a book. And excited about that. And I know that that's going to bring a brand new networking chapter to me with no pun there, but networking chapter of of opportunities and new people to talk to and understand how they've been able to approach this work. So really excited, and I really want to challenge everybody. You know, if you want to start running, go find a networking group online. There's plenty of groups. Take your first step. Go for a walk around the block and go back and talk to people about what felt great and how they can improve your stamina or your timing or what it may be. If you're looking for, professional growth, go out to LinkedIn, search for somebody who does what it is that you're looking to do. So network, whether it's in technology, if you do technology networking groups, there's so much that comes up on LinkedIn, just with every area of expertise. So my challenge to each of you is before we come back again in January, that you've had a time to really reach out and see what your network has broadened through November and then December. And then hopefully by January, you've got a new social group to be able to expand and continue to grow. And Ken, any networking groups that you're going to look into as we wind down the year?
Oh, that's a good question. Not too sure.
Yeah, probably running if I had to guess.
No, probably. I'll post a little more on One New York or something along those lines.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good group too. That's got a lot of good resources there. So thank you for hanging in with us. Thank you for hopefully you like the new format where we're kicking off the month. Again, we've got some great guests coming up for November to talk about networking, and I'm really excited about it. We'll also be having a special episode for White Ribbon Day and bringing forward a conversation about making sure that people understand just the impact of violence on women in the world, and having a guest speak about her experience with domestic violence and really helping to shine a community light to the important topic as well. So I thank you for listening to today's episode. It was fun. It's different to be on a solo side, but I really enjoy talking about networking. I think it's one of the most valuable things that you can do for your own personal and professional growth. And I would highly encourage you to go out and find some like-minded people to join in with. So Ken, thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
You got it.
And I hope everybody has a great rest of their week.